typically when we're oxygen deprived and we try to convert carbohydrates into energy, our bodies or animals' bodies produce lactic acid, which is not good. It's very toxic and it would kill the goldfish. But when they're in these low oxygen conditions, they actually switch the protein they use, and instead of converting it into lactic acid, they convert the carbohydrates. The byproduct instead becomes alcohol. So basically, during the winter under a frozen lake, a goldfish is slowly getting itself more and more drunk while it like emits alcohol into the water.
So it's kind of like me over the winter?
Yeah, if you could emit alcohol out of your gills.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
I think my favorite stat here, and God knows if this is any way verifiable, but according to the BBC News article I read, Dr. Berenbrink estimates that if you left a goldfish in a glass of water and sealed it, you'd have a 4% alcoholic beverage after 200 days.
You want to try this now?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, why is nobody making this?
I feel like the goldfish would die, right?
Yeah, there's one problem. Actually, I had done a science experiment back in in like early high school or late elementary school, like some in the very science fair is
not middle school though.
In the science fair scene where people are still making paper mache volcanoes, and I was like, oh, my project was, can fish survive in different kinds of water? And so I like put a fish in like tap water, I put a fish in like salt water, and I put a fish in carbonated mineral water.
Did the teachers not stop you from doing this?
I didn't kill any fish that didn't just happen to die naturally like a week or two later because I didn't really take care of them.
Sure.
I got a C, so I wasn't really encouraged by my scientific
That's
study.
your problem. They're freshwater fish.
That was a clip from Absurd Hypotheticals, the podcast where we answer dumb hypothetical questions. For the full episode, click on the link in the description. And the ethanol also binds to your gamma aminobutyric acid receptors, a different
Oh
kind
man,
of
not my
receptor.
gamma-aminobutyric receptors.
Also called GABA. I'm going to call it GABA from now on. GABA. And ethanol actually enhances the GABA receptors, but the purpose of the GABA receptors is the purpose of GABA, it sounds weird when I just say GABA, but
It's not great.
it helps you feel relaxed and lowers your anxiety and stress. So the fact that it's enhancing your GABA receptors means that it's also slowing down your brain even more.
Do you think that's why they call that show Yo Gabba Gabba?
Almost certainly not.
Sure.
There's a kid show by that name. I think they lived on an island and they were monsters, or were they just dudes in Hawaiian shirts?
Literally no idea.
I don't know. I know it exists, but I have literally no other context about it other than that.
Yeah, I know the name and that's it.
By the way, none of the things I guessed were correct about the show.
Were you thinking about Goa Goa Island?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I was pretty sure Yo Gabba Gabba was like they're in like Barney style suits, right?
Yeah, they are. You're correct. There's a robot and a green one and a red one.
There's a robot.
A yellow robot. There's a pink bulbous flowery thing. Short green monster. Tall red monster.
Now I'm Googling this. Oh, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Of course it's accurate. I'm looking at a photo.
I don't know. I just expected there to be more, like, characteristics. But, oh, there's also a trash can? Wait, what?
He just decided to lie to us for some reason. So, where was I? What was I talking about?
We're talking about
We're talking
GABA.
about Yo Gabba Gabba.
GABA. Okay, yeah, GABA.
Could be good.
I'm also realizing that I'm saying this is a really cool idea, and it's just literally what you do with, like a gas grill, so never mind.
Yeah, I had that picture in my mind too.
Yeah, it's just exactly that, so, whatever. But yeah, I guess overall, I went through a lot of things. I tried to find things that would just straight up break, and for the most part, they don't exist. I don't know. It kind of just works. I guess a lot of things are more annoying, and some of them are a little funnier. Like if the car situation, you do actually just put a keg in your car and there's like a 4-person team to load it in. I don't know. It's kind of funny. But overall, it kind of works. I don't know. We could just use kegs for more things. I guess it'd be really expensive because their kegs are like steel barrels.
Yeah, it's the same world, only way less efficient.
Yeah. So don't do it. That's why we don't do it, I guess. Hey, there's your answer.
Huh. Guys, guess what? Our Would You Rather question actually is related to what we were just talking about, which actually is entirely coincidental because I don't think we meant to go that long about milk.
Yeah, no, it's not
There
intentional.
should have been a milk grab bag.
There's still time.
Would you rather give 100 dogs a bath or milk 100 dairy cows?
This is, without a doubt, giving 100 dogs a bath. No question in my mind.
Tell me a little bit about why.
Nope. I state my case. No.
The defense rests.
Defense rests.
Not guilty.
Look,
The defense rests.
what I told you he's not guilty. What else do you have to know?
I didn't do it.
But no. So in my mind, giving a dog a bath, it's not easy, but it's also not like a, how do I put it? I wouldn't say it's entertaining, but it's not boring, right? Like it is something that at least the first few times is fun because you're playing with a dog, right? You're playing with dogs. Whereas milking a cow, one is a very like repetitive motion. It's kind of the same thing for a long time. And it's not particularly engaging. You kind of just do the thing for a long time. You ever milked a cow before?
I have not.
I have not.
I have briefly. I grew up in the South.
Our resident expert.
I would not say that. But it's not, one, it's not super easy. And two, it's not like super rewarding.
The cow is pretty boring too as an animal.
Right. It doesn't particularly react to you. Like, it's not, I was going to say it's not enjoying it, which just sounds weird. But like,
Well, are the dogs enjoying it? Are the dogs enjoying getting bathed?
I feel like dogs enjoy getting bathed.
As a general rule, they do not.
I mean, they don't hate. It's not like you're bathing like a cat. They're not gonna like buzzsaw you, right?
You'll get injured less just because dogs are less sharp than cats are. and they hate the water less than cats, but as a general rule, dogs do not enjoy getting bathed. Obviously, there are exceptions, but of the like 5 or 6 dogs I know enough about whether they like to get a bath or not, 5 or 6 of them do not enjoy it.
Fair. Okay. All right. Okay. Follow up. Let me ask some clarifying questions then. Do you have to dry the dog off?
Oh, that's a big one. For the sake of this hypothetical, no, but you're doing it in your home.
Oh. Okay, follow-up question. Are you doing, but with both of these tasks, are you doing all of them back to back to back to back to back?
Yes. It's going to be all in a row.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Quick Google, how long does it take to milk a cow?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, I was going to say it takes about 10 minutes to, I was going to say milk a dog, to wash a dog.
Takes a little longer than that, buddy.
Oh, Jesus. I was going to say it takes about 10 minutes to wash a dog. That feels right?
Yeah, it probably does take longer to wash a dog than it does to milk a cow.
Yeah.
I would say.
But that means, so even saying it's 5 minutes, oh God, 500 minutes is a really long time, guys.
Sorry, I was just looking at this as a dog washing guide, and one of the headers is saturate him with warm water.
That's one of the headlines?
So it's like the steps to wash a dog.
I thought you were saying that's the headline of the article.
But it's like, guide your dog into the tub, saturate him with warm water.
See, in my mind, you're doing it in like a kiddie pool outside.
That's probably more reasonable.
And then,
you usually give, if the weather's nice out, you can do it with a hose.
Yeah. Because I feel like that also speeds up the process a little bit too. And maybe it's even actually faster washing it. No, probably not. I think the time is going to be comparable, right? Because a small dog is going to be faster than a big dog.
Okay, so time is the big factor. If you milk cows, it'll take you, say it's 10 minutes, and you have to do 100 cows. That's 1,000 minutes. That's 16 hours.
That's like a full day. Yeah,
a full day. Dogs, I don't think it's faster to give a dog a bath.
See, I don't think time comes into this that much because it's only a one-time thing. It's not a recurring thing that you always have to do for your entire life. Both of them are going to be a long time.
Well, here's the thing. Would you rather have to put up with 100 cows for a whole long day or 100 dogs for a whole long day?
But I like dogs more than I like cows.
Do you like 100 dogs?
I mean, my wife would be angry with me if I said no.
So I think the personality of the dogs will be less consistent than the personality of the cows. The cow will just stand there.
That's true. Okay.
Like some dogs will like you and some dogs will be enjoyable. Some dogs won't.
You're missing the dog on dog escalation.
Can you like watch something on Netflix while you milk the cows? Or do you have to be intent on the milking of the cows?
I think after the first, not that we've ever done it before, except for your small experience, Ben, and my apologies. I feel like after you do like a 10 of them, you could probably not have to pay very much attention. Like I feel like you gotta be able to have the hang of it after 10 cows.
Well, he's asking, are you allowed to?
Yeah.
Like, are you close to a TV or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can also have a TV above the hose. You know, you could set up a little iPad in your window or something.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to give more attention to the dogs.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still leaning towards milking cows, so I would agree with that.
So one factor I'm going to take into account is I'm doing the motion right now. And I feel like your like forearms are going to get very sore very quickly.
You mean very jacked very quickly?
Well, no, you're just going to get sore first. The jack comes later. That's not a masturbation joke. I should make that clear. That's just how exercise works. Just do the stuff and then you get jacked.
I mean, you're going to get tired if you're cleaning the dogs too.
Right, but it's
move your arms and stuff.
It's an all body tired. You can use different I'm afraid that you're gonna have to take breaks to rest your arms, and it's gonna extend the length of time you're milking cows.
Well, you're not gonna get tired moving your whole body and not have to take breaks?
You are, but it's not like it's easier to rest if one. You get what I'm saying, right? Like one muscle is getting very tired. It's very hard to continue doing a thing.
There's one last factor that makes me lean a little towards dogs. And that is, of course, the next day, what story do you have to tell? Like, both of these are going to be a long, arduous day. You are going to be sore and hurt in the morning. I think you're going to be more sore watching the dogs. I think it is just more effort overall. So, you're going to be tired and achy in the morning, and someone's going to come up to you and be like, what did you do yesterday? And if your answer is, I milked 100 cows, it's going to be like, oh, okay. That sounds like it might have been boring. You're like, yeah. If your answer is I watched 100 dogs, and someone's like, 100 dogs? Like, it was a lot of dogs. Like, what did you do with all those dogs? There's going to be stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
They may be stories of how, your entire backyard or house and everything is destroyed by all these dogs running around. And it may be just like, they yelped so much and barked so much, I can't hear you in my left ear today. But it will be a story. The cows will not be a story.
This is very true.
But the reason it's a story is because it's a bad experience, is what you're saying.
I think it's just a more interesting experience. For sort of the same reason.
I think the experience is worse, but it might be one of those times where it's like, is the day after more worth it? Like, I would have much rather have washed 100 dogs than have milked 100 cows.
Mm-hmm.
See, I have another factor leaning the other way, and that's what if you milk 100 cows, then you have milk. And then you can either drink the milk or sell the milk. It's a product. You created a product.
Boom. You can start making some Benjamin Franklin's good brandy lemon milk.
Yeah.
Drink.
I would argue that economically, it costs more to get someone to wash a dog than to produce a gallon of milk. So I think technically, if you're going down that route, if you're getting paid for your services.
Well, so you're saying this is your job to do this. So you're getting paid to milk the cow and you can also sell the milk, or you're getting paid to wash the dogs.
I think we're off the rails here, guys. I think we're off the rails on trying to come up with, what's the situation of are we getting paid for this? I think that's not in the spirit. So I'm going to truncate the conversation here and bring it to voting time. Chris, would you rather milk cows or wash dogs?
Yeah, Ben seems pretty clear what he's going to do. I still think the milk is relevant. That's like the leaning point for me, leaning me towards cows.
Ben, are you still on dogs?
I am still team dog.
I think I'm going to say team dog,
Yes.
but I'm going to asterisk it and say it is going to be the worst experience.
But you choose
That's
the worst
I'm
experience.
in it for the story. I'm not in it because it's better. So Ben is still wrong, but I still get to be right.
So you're one of those people. You do stuff for the story.
So even though me and Ben picked the same one, he's wrong and I'm right.
I agree with this solution.
Fan-fragantastic. All right, and that brings us to the end of our episode. If you enjoy Absurd Hypotheticals and you want to help support the show, if you're getting in a few good extra listens while you're staying self-isolated at home, trying to just pass the time, this would be a great time for you guys to show your support. Go on to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/absurdhypotheticals.
I mean, we don't know if that's still going on when this comes out, right?
I have a feeling it's still going to be going on when this comes out.
It might be, yeah.
It's safe to say that there's still going to be lasting effects for a while yet.
Right.
And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to be wrong.
Right.
But there's, in the future when this episode comes out, I believe it is still going to be at the top of many people's minds. So if you feel like this has helped you, kind of pass the time while this is happening, you can feel free to show our support. If you are supporting us now and you need to pull back because it is these trying times, you can also feel free to cancel. We don't feel pressured to give us podcast money. It is all about, do what's best for you. But in any case, either way, you can come join us again next week where we answer the following question.
A bunch of questions.
It's a lightning round.
Oh, yeah, it's not just one question. That's why I can't find it. We're doing a lightning round, episode 90.
You do that every lightning round.
Yep.
Rapid fire questions. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Gonna be sweet. Thunder crash.
You said Thunder Crash this time instead of trying to imitate one.